What is up, Game Life Squad? It is Matt here from Game Life Reviews, here to talk about, I'm actually not reviewing anything right now. I'm here to talk about the state of the gaming industry and the publishers that we, look up to for the games we play during this crazy pandemic. So stick with me if you will during this longer video. It's going to be a little more in-depth discussion, kind of podcast style, about the industry we live in and the games we play pretty much. And I really want to be laser focused and focus purely on the three major exclusive publishers: Nintendo, Microsoft, and Sony. So, this could be debatable. There's always these wars and allegiances, but I want to, swipe all that away and just focus on the positive things that we see in this industry during this crazy time, So I want to appreciate what exclusive games we're seeing during this this crazy year, 2020. It's a wild year, let's be honest. But I want to focus on these games we're seeing and maybe what we'll see in the future. So stick with me if you will. I want to start with one of my favorites. Obviously, I like Nintendo. I'm not gonna, sugarcoat that. I like Nintendo. I love their games, their positive energy, their creativity. So I want to talk about them first. So let's talk about their year. First off, 2020. They've been pretty quiet this year, let's be honest. But they started with a banger, in March. The huge, monumental release of Animal Crossing New Horizons, which, I really love the game. I'm not fully hooked into it like a lot of people. It's definitely a huge game though. It's probably Nintendo's best-selling game on the Switch. It will be for sure. Just wait and stay tuned for that. But it is definitely caught fire in the world, especially during the pandemic, because it kind of happened almost the same time. The pandemic started to happen in March. Animal Crossing came out in March. It was just impeccable timing that just happened to happen in Nintendo's favor. So people were staying at home. They were playing this game all the time with their friends. It was just a great way to stay together with people and just communicate and have fun. And it still is. This whole year has been a great year for Animal Crossing. It's the biggest release they've had for Animal Crossing ever. And besides that, we've just gotten Paper Mario, the Origami King, which I just started playing. It's an awesome game. I know there's a lot of debates and arguments whether Paper Mario will ever come back to its original style, but I like this game. I get that they're trying new things, and they probably will continue to do that until the end of time. So we might not ever see a 1,000-Year Door sequel type game. Maybe we will. We'll see. But I like the game. It's very fun and feels pretty original overall. But besides that, Nintendo has been relatively quiet this year. The pandemic has definitely affected their release schedules. You could tell, they haven't been firing on all cylinders like we kind of thought they would. I think a lot of people thought we would see Breath of the Wild 2 and, maybe a new Mario Odyssey and all kinds of new stuff coming out this year, or at least see things coming out next year maybe. Where's Metroid Prime 4? I would love to see a first reveal trailer for that. But things like that are just put on hold right now. You could tell, they just announced Pikmin 3 Remaster, which is cool. That's very exciting, but it's just another remaster to kind of keep us busy until we see a big original release for the Switch. But I'm definitely looking forward to the Mario 35th anniversary, and we haven't heard anything yet about it. It's kind of suspicious, and I really want to see those games, the remasters we've been highly expecting to happen. Mario 64, Sunshine. I want to play these remasters yesterday, ASAP. They would be so much fun on my Switch, just taking it anywhere you go. Mario Galaxy, let's go. Come on. Give it to us, Nintendo. I want to see like a really quick release, just almost out of the blue, like, you know, announce it in September and have it come out in maybe October. That'd be incredible. Just a quick release turnaround. So I do think we'll see great things for Nintendo's holiday, but it might not be as big and as exciting as prior years due to this pandemic. Let's be real. So but I want to see more of Nintendo in the future. I still think Breath of the Wild 2 is actually coming pretty soon. I would actually predict an early 2021 release. I think it's gonna surprise people. I don't think it's this year, but I could see like a March release, honestly, if they start ramping up the excitement, showing more trailers, show gameplay. I think that game could actually come sooner rather than later. So, what's up guys? Quick update. I realized that the Mario collection was announced and released since this video, which kind of sucks, I know. There was a big delay with me uploading the video, but the Mario collection is awesome. I have it, and I realized that PS5 has pre-orders and they sold out, which is crazy. I didn't get one yet. That sucks. And Xbox announced their release date and their pre-orders are coming out. So a lot has changed since my video came out, and I know I should probably reshoot the whole thing, but I didn't. So this is just a quick update, and I'll talk more about the future updates of these consoles in my next video, so be sure to watch that one and like this video below. And sorry about the inconsistency. I will do better, guys. Take care. Shifting gears from Nintendo, I want to talk about Sony. PlayStation has been an amazing publisher for the whole generation. The PS4 has been amazing. They've had so many exclusive great games that I love. Uncharted 4, Bloodborne, The Last of Us, you know, crazy game. We'll avoid talking too much about that. But then most recently, Ghost of Tsushima, an amazing, fantastic game. Must play, like maybe my game of the year. We'll see. But I love that game, and I love what they're doing, you know, releasing these huge games even at the end of the PlayStation 4. So looking forward to the PS5, of course. That's the big release this year, the big system launch, which is very exciting. And it is exciting, you know. I'm ready to play Spider-Man, Miles Morales. Obviously Horizon, the new game looks amazing. It will be a 2021 release. It will be fantastic. And Ratchet & Clank has been a little quiet, but that game looks fantastic. I actually think it'll be a launch game. Maybe like a week or two later, we'll see. But that is going to be fantastic and a good showcase for the PS5, showing what it can really do with all the technology built in there. So Sony has a pretty exciting, you know, year ahead. You can definitely tell they're ramping up some of their big releases, and we'll see a lot going forward with them. But also there is some gray areas as far as, you know, launching the PS5, and there's very little compatibility with the PS4. They just announced that you can't really use your PS4 DualShock 4 controllers unless it's made for a specific backwards compatible game. So even though the controllers are so similar from 4 to 5, you really can't use it for next gen games. And it feels like an obligatory reason due to the new features that are being added, like the HD, you know, tactile rumble and the speaker and all that stuff. But those don't feel like monumental leaps in a controller. It's just little improvements. So I debate whether they needed to do that or not. I don't think so. And obviously Microsoft is pushing to be very compatible. It feels like a natural step for Microsoft with the Xbox. It feels like an upgrade with the Series X, which I'm not going to say who's right or who's wrong, but their philosophies are very different. So You choose with your money, you know, which system you want ultimately. So shifting gears, let's talk about Microsoft and Xbox. You know, they're kind of ultimately in last place as it currently stands. But I'm actually surprisingly excited for the future of Xbox. They have a lot of good games coming up that should be exclusive. You know, they have that new Bethesda RPG exclusive. You know, they showed all these cool games for their July event. They showed Fable, they showed new Forza, and of course, you know, Halo, kind of the elephant in the room, which they just talked about is delayed, of course, which is a little sad, let's be honest. I love Halo. It would have been great to launch with a Halo game for the new Xbox. That would have been a fantastic system seller, but it's not going to happen. It needs more time in the oven to be primed up and ready to go for the new Xbox. And I kind of agree that it needs more time. It clearly wasn't as polished and well crafted as we expect from a Halo game. And we don't want just an average Halo game. We want the best possible Halo game. And I agree with their decision ultimately. It's going to affect the launch of the Xbox. It's going to make it less exciting. Ultimately, it is bad news. But for the Halo industry, the series, it's needed. It's definitely needed. And what they're talking about as supporting Halo Infinite, making it more of a continuous game, I think they need to nail this one on the head. They need to knock it out of the park. So I expect that to be a big release next year. So looking at this year, though, they're gonna rely on Game Pass and possibly the new Forza, and not a whole lot else. You know, third-party support, of course. Assassin's Creed, Cyberpunk is going to be huge on Xbox, and it is a very powerful machine. But I also briefly want to talk about some games coming out very soon. Like by the time you see this video, they'll probably be out. I'm really excited for Flight Simulator. That game looks fantastic from Xbox. It's an exclusive, and you fly like the whole world, all these different routes, and it looks so much fun. The graphics are beautiful. I'm excited for that game, and my dad will probably play it too. It looks really good. And also Battletoads kind of came out of nowhere. I'm like really shocked that Battletoads is looking as good as it does, you know, because the original trailer did not show anything and it didn't look very good. But that game is going to be a blast, I think. It looks fun, and I'll definitely play that on Game Pass when it comes out. Hopefully play with some friends. So Xbox is actually, you know, not doing too bad. I feel like they've got more developers on hand. They've got more exclusives for the future of Xbox. But it's debatable whether this year will be really strong with them or not. But we'll see if they can keep up with Sony. And I think next year is really going to be more exciting, more battles to come with these next-gen hardware. So we'll see ultimately what happens. And of course, Nintendo has to keep up by releasing incredible first-party games, which they will, let's be honest. So guys, I'll leave it at that for now. I'm going to try to do these videos about once a month or so, just to keep up with the industry. If you enjoy the video, please leave a like. Please spread the word. I know you enjoy this, so give it a like. And stay tuned for the next video, because I really want to talk about the industry more and more. I might even have guests and stuff like that, so we'll see. Be sure to take care, guys, and slap it.